is somebody going to match my freak? Scheana Shay happened to just ask that question in 2012.
And it's an important question.
It is.
Can you freak, bitch?
Well, and I was thinking about this as I was sitting there watching the episode. I was like, can I freak, bitch? I think, yeah.
Listen, did you take a look at these dresses?
Have you looked at the dresses?
Come on now. Have you considered if we could freak, bitch?
I think maybe perhaps we could freak, bitch.
Ooh, yeah. Actually, I don't think I can do that.
Yeah, that might be a little too.
It's like,
I can probably do
it's
it.
like
It's fine.
a rock and a pillowcase.
Yeah.
I am the devil, and don't you forget it.
You're a whore with a mustache!
I take sketch comedy very seriously.
The whore in there!
I'm not sure what I've done to you, but I'll take a Pinot Grigio. The only thing I have holding me back is that I have self-respect and dignity.
PUMPCAST.
What's up, you guys, and welcome to the PUMPCAST. I'm Maddie Drosbeck,
And I'm Meg Ruocco.
and we just got hired.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're employed.
We're coming into some cash.
And what about that?
And what about
okay, have you
it?
guys heard?
We are officially the first fat women in history to be hired at Sur Restaurant and Lounge.
Sir.
Yes,
sir. Okay, LVP saw us and said, "Let me get a little some of those two."
She said, "We're gonna do whatever it takes to get your fat bodies in our dresses."
She said, "We used to only allow up to a size 2 to wear these dresses, but you two, I'm seeing the vision."
Well, and we really made it work because we showed up for the interview
Yeah,
in these dresses.
exactly.
That we made ourselves.
We walked in the door and we said, "We're about to make history.
And that's exactly what we did.
Send us to the top of Bravo, to the tippity top." And here we are.
Yep.
The PUMPCAST, your new favorite Vanderpump Rules rewatch podcast.
Yeah.
And this is trouble, really. This is going to be a problem. We're going to be everybody's worst nightmare in many ways. Tom Sandoval's worst nightmare. Let me asterisk Tom Sandoval.
It's a Vanderpump rewatch podcast. It is also a Tom Sandoval like lookout podcast.
Yeah,
We're always on
exactly.
the lookout for him.
Totally.
We're trying to be on the run from him.
Constantly.
But also I would maybe fight him physically
Oh my
if I
God.
had the chance.
I'm actually, that brings me great joy and also fear. Like,
Me too.
struck deep into my veins
Yeah,
and bones.
me as well. Me as well. But the best part about all of this is that Lisa herself did bless
Totally.
this podcast.
Yes. Oh, yes. We need to get one of those signs. LVP blessed this house.
LVP bless this mess.
Bless this mess. LVP, she heard about the PUMPCAST and she said, "You know what? Let me send those girls my well wishes."
And that she did.
And that she did. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the one and only Lisa Vanderpump.
Hello, Maddie, darling. This is Lisa Vanderpump. Well, I've been told by your best friend Ashley that you're a huge fan of Vanderpump Rules. So thank you for watching. And I know you're starting your own Vanderpump rewatch pool in 2026. So good luck. There's a lot to unpack.
Good
Good luck.
And at first you might think that they're just kind of a lot of kind of party, crazy Hollywood types, but they're not. There's a lot of depth behind each and every one of them. They have a lot of personal stories, so much to unpack indeed. Anyway, darling, I wish you lots of luck. You are very much loved and adored by Ashley, and just go for it. Speak your mind, you know. I think authenticity and honesty is always the best policy, and look on the bright side, but keep it real. Anyway, I send you a very big kiss. Thank you for being so supportive, and have wonderful holidays, and even better New Year.
And if you can even imagine a better new year.
I love just imagining Lisa Vanderpump like in her living room recording this for some godforsaken reason. Like the fact that the name Maddie had been uttered in her home at any point in time.
Yeah.
Like that kind of brings a shiver to my spine.
Yeah, that your name was echoed through
Right.
the halls of, what is it, Villa Rosa?
Villa Rosa. It's unbelievable. Ashley, this was my Christmas present. Ashley bought me a cameo from Lisa Vanderpump.
Incredible.
And she could not contain her excitement, so she literally gave it to me like the beginning of December.
Yeah. She sent it to me the night before she sent it to you
I need
because she
eyes
was
on
just
this.
like, I need you to know that this is happening. And I was like, this is the best thing I've ever seen in my entire
But
life.
I am a little confused on what Lisa thinks is happening because she did call it a pool.
Yeah, and again, upon watching this again, her saying pool, I'm like, I don't think she knows what it is necessarily that we're doing.
We're betting money on
like stuff that
I don't know what
happens.
we would bet money on.
And how could we bet money
It's
if it's
already
a
happened.
rewatch?
Totally. It's well known and talked about. We could cheat on the bets so easily.
Absolutely.
Google, Reddit.
Yeah. So to be clear, this isn't a pool.
This is a podcast.
This is a podcast. We are going episode by episode, recapping what happens in Vanderpump Rules.
Yes.
And you did the math.
Yes.
And if we do this every single week, no skips, we will be here for the next 5 years.
So lock the fuck in,
Lock
you guys.
the fuck in. Christmas, Vanderpump, New Year's,
Vanderpump,
Labor Day,
Vanderpump.
No skips, Vanderpump.
Bus, club, another club, pride float,
Pumptinis,
Pumptinis.
50K mares.
goat balls.
We're there.
We're in it. We're in the pocket.
We're in there. We're at Pump. It's been closed down for years. We're still in there.
We're in there.
We're in the walls.
So here we freaking are. The PUMPCAST. You
The
can't get rid of
PUMPCAST.
us. We are the cockroaches of the Bravo universe. I feel like before we get into actually discussing season 1, episode 1, we need to give like a Vanderpump Rules overview to people unfamiliar with the show and the cast.
I think that's perfect.
So Vanderpump Rules is the best reality TV show there ever has been.
Bar none. And I think also I want to give a little caveat. I'm not a huge reality TV person. Maddie can attest that
This is where we differ.
There are several shows that I have not seen that genuinely it upsets Maddie that I haven't
Deeply.
seen them yet. But Vanderpump Rules hooked me and hooked me good. And for that reason, I hope that you can trust when we say that it is the best reality
It is the best
television
reality show.
Yeah.
This podcast is for those who have loved Vanderpump in the past and those who have yet to be introduced to Vanderpump yet.
Absolutely,
Okay?
yeah.
I'd heard about Vanderpump Rules back in the day. For context, I only watched Vanderpump for the first time last year and I slammed through it. But I had known about Vanderpump, but to be honest with you, I didn't quite understand what the premise of the show was. Vanderpump Rules is a show focusing on a restaurant in West Hollywood called Sur, Sexy Unique Restaurant and Lounge.
It's critical that you say restaurant twice
Yes.
because on the Sur logo and on the restaurant it says Sur, and Sur is an acronym for Sex Unique Restaurant, but then under the acronym it says Restaurant and Lounge. So it is Sex Unique Restaurant and Lounge.
Gotta have them all in there as LVP intended. And it's a show that is focusing on the wait staff at that restaurant who are pretty incestuous. They're all aspiring models, actors, singers, but they are like a pre-existing friend group.
Yeah, I think that that's like a critical component
Yeah.
to know about this show is that they were not cast to be on the show. They already were all working at Sur and had pre-existing relationships when the show started.
Yeah.
And they just have such an insane vibe about them that Bravo producers were like, we need to get in there.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
need to get cameras in this restaurant.
It's
stat.
Also, like the vibe of Sur and the relationship that the staff has with Lisa is so deeply unexplainable. Like, I never worked in a restaurant, but I would think that most restaurants do not have a manager like Lisa, or an owner like Lisa, rather, who is like so deeply involved in their personal lives.
Yeah, she's so ingrained. It's so Oedipal in a way. Like, it's very clear that everyone is kind of working through their mommy and daddy issues with Lisa,
Through Lisa.
directly. And also Lisa seems to be totally fine
Totally
with it.
cool
And
with
actually,
that.
I think encourage it.
Yeah.
So that is kind of the initial, I would say, like premise of Vanderpump Rules is that, yeah, it's Lisa Vanderpump owns this restaurant and it focuses on the wait staff at this restaurant.
And the reason the show really came to be was because Scheana, one of the characters on Vanderpump, she was having an affair with one of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills husbands.
And critically, Lisa Vanderpump was on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
So that's sort of how we get the segue in from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills into Vanderpump, because Scheana is having this affair with, I believe his name is Eddie Ciprian. I don't know. He's married to Leanne Rimes now, but he was married to Brandy, this Real Housewife lady.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the beef we walk into.
Yes.
Season 1, episode 1.
Many people forget this, but Scheana really is kind of the genesis
Totally.
for Vanderpump
We were
Rules'
birthed
existence.
from Scheana Shay in many ways.
Yes. All of us.
All of us.
We are all Scheana Shay's children. In Scheana we trust.
Other crucial cast members here, season 1. I say we just keep it to the main cast
core.
for now. Stassi Schroeder.
Yep.
She's also, I believe she really carries season 1 on her back for the most part.
Stassi Schroeder is really important, the only blonde woman who works at SUR in season 1.
Kind of crazy.
And I think that that's notable.
Totally. Something a little different.
It's something a little different. It's something a little
Totally.
exotic.
They didn't hire any fatties back then, so
No
we just had to have our
fatties.
one token blondie.
Yeah, no fatties, but we'll take you, blondie. Okay? So Stassi, they pretty much establish as the kind of Regina George of SUR. When Scheana comes in, because Scheana is in episode 1 starting as the quote unquote new girl at SUR. She has been working at one of Lisa Vanderpump's other restaurants, Villa Blanca. And to quote Scheana, she's the Stassi of Villa Blanca.
Right, allegedly.
And then comes to pick up some shifts at SUR. Stassi immediately does not like Scheana because she believes that Scheana is, quote, a home-wrecking whore.
Totally. And Stassi has taken it upon herself to make sure that everybody in SUR is in understanding that Scheana Shay is not to be trusted.
Yes.
Which is pretty incredible. Stassi Schroeder is in a relationship with Jax Taylor, one of the bartenders. Jax Taylor is a demon. We'll leave that for now.
We will put a pin in that.
We'll leave that. We'll come back to him.
We will circle
Don't you
back.
worry, Jax.
Don't worry.
I'm coming for you.
We're
okay?
saving time for
we
you,
are
Jax
about
Taylor.
to be #blocked by Jax. I know it. I'm waiting for it. And I look forward to the day that we are blocked by Jax. Don't even worry about it, okay? This will be a celebratory episode when we get blocked.
Yeah. Oh, that's going to be so major.
This is honestly, like, I can't express to you how exciting that it's going to be. And I know
love
it's
that.
coming.
Yeah.
I can feel it in my bones. Stassi's besties, Katie Maloney and
Kristen Doty. Yep.
They, to me, season 1, look fucking identical to each other. I can tell them apart now rewatching it, but the first time I watched the show, I was like, I cannot tell you two apart.
So when I first watched the show, to me, it was giving like Katie and Kristen are Stassi's lackeys.
Yeah.
And I have nothing else to say about them. I think rewatching it, I do feel slightly differently, which we can get into. But it's important to note that like that is the quote unquote like trio.
Yes.
That kind of is they're like the cool girls at SUR, or at least they are positioned that way in episode 1. And immediately off the bat, which is also an interesting theme that we will continue to talk about, immediately off the bat, it is clear that Scheana wants to be friends with them.
Yes.
And they do not want to be friends with Scheana.
My girl Sheen.
Our girl.
My girl Sheener.
Our girl Sheener. We love you. We love you. You're insane.
Come
and we
on,
love
Sheen.
you. Okay.
And then I feel like the only other crucial character we have in season 1 is, of course, Tom Sandoval, who is another one of the bartenders and who is in a long-term relationship with Kristen.
Yes. Kristen and Tom at the start of season 1, episode 1, have been in a relationship for 5 years. They are living together. And what is established about Kristen and Tom's relationship off the bat in episode 1 is Tom cares about primping more than Kristen does. There is about a 5-minute montage of him straightening his hair and shaving his forehead.
Totally.
In preparation to go be a bartender at SUR. And that is effectively all that we know about this relationship.
No, he invented metrosexual.
Yes.
That really is
There's also kind of an amazing dual talking heads with Tom saying in 5 years with Kristen, I would love to have a couple of kids. And Kristen saying in 5 years, I would love to be known for the work that I do.
I know, which is incredible.
Which is awesome.
Which is so incredible. And
so awesome.
Yeah, I would love to pick Kristen's brain on like what exactly she meant by that.
Yeah.
I mean,
what work is she talking about?
She is known for the
Certainly.
work that she did.
Yeah. And she did work.
She did work.
Yep.
She was hired.
Yep.
I don't know if that's the work she was referring to, but this is why I think that maybe it's important to be specific when you're manifesting.
Absolutely.
Because I think she ultimately got what she wished for, but I don't know if that's what she meant when she said that.
It was kind of a monkey's paw.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And of course, the last, you mentioned
characters.
Katie.
Yeah.
Katie's boyfriend is also named Tom, last name Schwartz.
He's not really in season 1, but he is an important character to remember because he becomes a major character in seasons in the future.
Yes.
And then besides that, the only person you really have to know, other than Lisa, of course, is Peter, one of the managers at SUR, who is also kind of involved in this group in strange ways. He used to date Stassi. He's besties with Jax and Tom sometimes. And he also made out with Katie at one point.
Oh, yes.
And he's kind of weird. He gets worse, to be honest with you. Season 1, he's not as bad.
Yeah. Peter's a really interesting character because you want him to be cool so badly. At least I do.
Yeah.
But at every turn, he's just like the most uncomfortable person. And that radiates on screen.
Yeah, it does.
It really, really does. He's like objectively like hot and like
totally
and good look, and he's also like a manager there. So it's like he has like a little bit more power, and I think he feels uncomfortable about that.
No, season 1, I totally understood the appeal of Peter.
Yes,
but over time, I was like, actually, maybe I was
mistaken,
confused. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, so. It's critical to know these are kind of the main characters. Another important point about all of these characters in season 1, episode 1, they are positioning themselves as like, we work at SUR. We all have dreams of becoming actors, singers, models, dancers, that sort of a thing. And also there's kind of an amazing line that Stassi has in episode 1 where she's like, we're totally different than other waiters in LA. We all want to be actors and singers and models and dancers. Everyone else wants to work at SUR.
Yeah, pretty iconic. Pretty fucking iconic.
And that's pretty amazing. Yeah. It establishes kind of the delusion that these people have about where they're working and who they are off the rip.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Lisa's opening line about SUR is also, I think, an important positioning point where she is talking about all her restaurants she has a few. Villa Blanca is her other major restaurant that Scheana was coming from. She goes, Villa Blanca is where you take your wife and SUR is where you take your mistress.
Yes.
And that is, it's an amazing way to open up a show that is ultimately about cheating more than it is about anything else.
Yes. This show, as you will continue to watch, you will realize just how prevalent cheating is in a way that it's like almost expected by people to cheat. Like it's almost like, well, obviously you would because how else would you be in a relationship
that they exist in and like the social rules that the cast of Vanderpump operates within. I have never experienced. I'm like watching monkeys in a zoo.
Yeah.
That's how it feels.
Another thing to note about this show, last thing before we dive into episode 1, the restaurant, the physical restaurant of SUR, the layout is
so confusing.
Utterly inexplicable.
It's like a maze.
There is no way to know where you are at any given point in the show, in the restaurant.
And I went there a couple months ago and I felt that way in person.
Yes.
It felt like, when you're a kid and you like are building a fort and you flip the couches upside down and you're like on your hands and knees crawling through it.
Yeah.
That's how being inside of SUR feels to me.
Yeah. It's similar to, I haven't been, but to me, I feel like it would be like when I was 7 and went to the Rainforest Cafe for the first time.
Totally. That
and it's
is
like
exactly
I kind of turn and then there's a gorilla and you're like,
except the gorilla is Jax Taylor and you're like, oh my God.
So much worse. going to a rainforest cafe, but all the animals are Sir staff. The chimpanzee is James Kennedy.
Yeah, no, literally.
Literally.
The Sur uniforms. This is like one of the first things that they are that we're introduced to when you're just like watching them on the show. Mm-hmm. Obviously, their dresses look just like ours.
Yeah, we made ours to look exactly like theirs.
But they have two different uniforms. They have the one that's like a t-shirt dress kind of vibe. Mm-hmm. Those are a little bit more normal.
Yeah.
But still kind of like their asses out.
Yeah, fully.
And then they have these like tiny little scarf dresses.
Yes.
That come in 3 colors.
Yes.
And they all have to pick a color. Mm-hmm. And Scheana picks the same color as Stassi.
And that is
which is a major issue.
Okay.
So in many ways, Meg is Stassi and I'm Scheana because Meg got this dress before I did.
Yeah.
Well, hers was made first. I made
this.
Right. It was manufactured first and then I copied her.
Yeah.
So she's channeling Stassi and I'm channeling Scheana.
Yeah. And you know that about you know that this is my color.
Fuck.
You know that this is my color and that this is also my style.
I'm just trying to make friends. And what the hell is happening here?
Well.
And also the way you guys do tips at Sur is fucking crazy. Why do you guys pool your tips? What the fuck?
So that's a really important point in the first episode is that they pool their tips. And Sheena's like, hey, at Villa Blanca, we just take our own tips from what we as individuals make over the course of the night. And Stassi basically blows a gasket and is like, how dare you even fucking suggest that, you whore.
You whore.
And
how
says that
dare you.
in front of Lisa. Lisa's
It's
just
awesome.
listening.
The way they talk to each other is so awesome. And everyone is like, for the most part, like, this is normal and cool.
Yes. It's so clear off the rip that the way that they all communicate with each other is the most unhealthy type of communication in the world. And that is all evident, again, in this first kind of initial scene where Scheana is talking about not pooling tips.
Right.
A really normal suggestion to make.
Right.
And everyone is like, you should die.
But that's ultimately strike 3 for Scheana.
Yes.
Strike 1, home wrecking whore.
Yes.
Strike 2, picked the same color dress as Stassi.
Yes.
Strike 3, suggested splitting tips rather than pooling them. Everybody gets their own for their tables, which Stassi's really upset with because she is more known around Sur to be a little bit more slacky.
Yes.
So, of course, pooling tips to Stassi is a more appealing option.
It's very important. I think that scene also, again, like really affirms the like Stassi, they're positioning Stassi as
Queen
like
Stas.
Queen Bee. What she says goes. It's also important to note that Lisa in the initial episode says that she has a soft spot for Stassi because Stassi is friends with Lisa's daughter, Pandora.
Yes.
Just of note.
Just remember that one.
Yeah.
But Stassi has an incredible quote about the Sur uniforms where she's like, no one over a size 2 can wear a Sur dress.
Yeah.
Which is true.
Yeah. She also says that she spends about 20 minutes taping herself into the dress every single time that she puts it on.
And they have like a little montage of all the girls trying to like make sure that their underwear isn't seen when they...
And their tits aren't like literally flopping out of their dresses. Because it is kind of insane to see like them... Yeah, because they are doing labor. Like they're carrying things. They're bending over. They're getting stuff. And it's like, yeah, no one with an ass could possibly work at Sur because it will be out
completely
if they're trying on those dresses.
Yeah.
And I also want to note that like there is something so particular about the time of this because this started in 2012, right? So there's
like
also like really particular eye makeup that they're all wearing, and it is smoky.
Yeah, it's awesome. Scheana's look in the confessionals this season is like pretty special to me.
Yeah. It's tight line to the gods.
Yeah.
It's smoked out crazy style.
Yeah.
And everyone has that type of vibe to them. It's a very particular look.
It's so good.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the drama that we're starting at in the restaurant itself. But obviously there's all this, we're also learning more about their like interpersonal vibes.
Yep.
In this episode, we see Jax and Peter go out for drinks because Jax is complaining about Stassi, his bitch girlfriend,
Yes.
who's always crazy, to Peter, who obviously used to date Stassi, being like, was she like this when you dated her? Like, what do I do? She's just so crazy.
Yeah.
And Peter basically was like, she's crazy when I dated her.
Yeah,
too.
she's so insane. It's also notable too that Jax is in season 1 31.
Yeah, maybe even older.
Maybe
Let's
older.
look this up, actually. I would love to know how old they were in season 1.
Because Stassi is like 23. And Jax is certainly, I believe, in his 30s.
Okay. How old was each cast member during their first season of Vanderpump? Stassi was 23, 24. Katie was 25. Scheana, 27. Peter, 28, which is kind of crazy. He seems older than that. Sandoval, 29. Kristen, 29. Jax, 33.
So when Vanderpump Rules starts, Jax is 33. He is dating
a
Stassi,
23-year-old.
who is 23.
What is wrong with him?
So much.
But that also is like that's the brain age of Jax. He's maybe even
Yes.
younger than that in his brain age.
Oh, yes. Completely.
He is an evil man, like deeply sinister.
Yes.
He's like on my top 10 list of men I'm afraid of.
Yeah. Like, I genuinely fear
Who is
him.
scarier than Jax Taylor?
I don't think anybody. But we'll get there.
But it's like this whole conversation, hearing two men be like, God, she's so crazy, isn't she? He's like, yeah, she was crazy like that. Sometimes you just gotta like ignore her. I'm like, anytime you hear men talking about a woman like that, know that she did nothing wrong.
Yes.
And the thing is that when I watched season 1 for the first time, I was struck by how truly mean Stassi is. Like, she is mean. She is cartoonishly mean.
Yeah.
The whole season. But watching it back a second time, I feel that so much more of it is like justified in a way that I didn't see the first time. And it's because she's 23 dating a 33-year-old who is gaslighting her for sport constantly.
Yes.
So you know what? I understand why she behaves the way that she does.
I give Stassi a pass purely because I think a 23-year-old should not be held to the same standards that a 33-year-old should be held to.
Completely. And Jax Taylor, we are holding you to these standards, boy. Okay.
Constantly.
We're getting into it.
We are holding you to these standards.
Completely.
Yeah, so they are talking about how Stassi is like so hard to deal with and blah, blah, blah. And I think what this establishes pretty early on is that the gender dynamics of this show are incredibly convoluted and like really patriarchal.
Yeah.
The men on this show have such an interesting approach to masculinity and like what it means to be a man in the way that like when men are so hetero they become homosexual because they are like seeking male validation more than they are seeking like the love of a woman. And I think that this kind of establishes that from the rip is that like Jax is claiming that Stassi's crazy. Peter seeking Jax's approval because that's all that he seeks constantly is all the other men's approval is like, yeah, totally. She's crazy. She's totally nuts. Like you're, you know, good luck. Meanwhile, the two of them are, as this is happening, hitting on the waitress that is serving them at the bar that they're at the nondescript bar that they're at. And when the waitress basically like shoots down Jax's advances, he's like, oh, whatever, like, bitch anyway. Insane. They're talking about Jax's girlfriend. Yeah. They're hitting on this waitress. So this is like what's established is that like the men on this show view the women as social property and clout pieces and very little else.
Yeah. While all of this is happening, Scheana Shay goes to the motherfucking stew. Okay? Scheana Shay
gets in that motherfucking studio.
Because she's going to be the next Britney, the next Gaga, total pop star. That's a direct quote from her producer, by the way.
Yeah. Total pop star. Scheana has a talking head where she discusses that when she was younger, people confused her for Britney Spears all the time.
Honestly, Scheana looks nothing like Britney.
Nothing
to me.
like Britney.
Crucially, absolutely so little resemblance to Britney Spears.
But you know what? I believe her.
You're fine.
I believe her unflinchingly.
I follow the teachings of Scheana Shay at the end of the day.
100%.
Which I understand is controversial. When I was watching the show, at the end of every season, I did cast rankings of who my favorite and least favorite was.
Yeah.
And everyone always warned me, like, you are going to hate Scheana.
Yeah.
I hate to report, I never hated Scheana.
So I genuinely, I think and there were seasons that at some point, years from now, we'll get to.
Yeah.
But we're
5 years from now, we're going to be talking about something different.
We'll be talking about, I'll be expressing kind of what I brought up. So remember this moment.
Yes, lock in.
But certainly there are seasons where I'm like less of a Scheana fan than others.
Totally.
But I think that Scheana, out of the entire cast of characters in Vanderpump Rules, is like has like the most true north about like who she is.
Yeah. You don't have to like that person.
No, I'm not saying that she even is likable, but like she is pretty steadfast and like, no, I'm this person, I'm that girl, and I'm doing what I'm busting my ass to get to where I am.
And also it's interesting because Stassi is also like that, but in a very different way.
Yes.
And I just feel like Scheana, I feel bad for her more than I look at her and I'm like, you are crazy. Like I believe that she believes that she is doing the right thing.
Yes.
Genuinely. Even if it's crazy.
Yeah.
And everyone else could watch her and be like, what is she doing? She lives in such a delusional space that I find admirable in some ways.
Me too.
Like I don't look at the way that Scheana lives and think to myself, I would make those same choices. Nay.
Yeah.
But I look at what Scheana does and I'm like, I genuinely believe that she believes that is the right thing to do.
Yes.
Genuinely.
It's amazing the way that she moves through the world with as little like shame as she does.
Right.
It's genuinely like, it's really admirable.
Yeah.
It's incredible. So she heads into the studio because Scheana wants to be a big star.
Yeah.
And
she's going to cook up something really special.
I mean, something that is to this day, dare I say it was ahead of its time.
It was.
She heads into the studio. It's established right away that these producers are taking her for a ride.
Yeah.
She goes into the studio with her boyfriend, whose name is Shay, right?
Yeah. Scheana, well, at the time, maybe she just goes by Scheana Marie.
Maybe, yeah.
And she becomes Scheana Shay.
So she goes into the studio with her boyfriend, who in some way, I guess, is connected to these producers who are like, yeah, Scheana, we're gonna make you a big star.
Yeah.
And in this scene, she walks into the studio and essentially the first thing that they say to her is, we need you to make sex noises into the mic.
They're like, oh, can you make her do that naughty giggle? They're talking to Shay.
Yeah. And they're like, they're talking to Shay, her boyfriend, outside of the booth while Sheena's in the booth, like mimicking sex sounds. And the producer's like, how often do you get her to make that naughty giggle? And Shay and Shay's like, let's just say more than a few times.
Yeah. And then she's moaning. She's going for it. And they're like, give us more porn star and less phone sex operator.
Yeah.
And she gives like a really hefty moan. And the producer looks at Shay and is like, oh, you know that one, huh?
Yeah.
It's like a crazy scene.
It is crazy to watch and just so, again, like so foundational to like the way that these men are treating these young women on this show.
It's insane.
And it is all for a song that Scheana is making with these producers called Freak Bitch.
Can you freak bitch?
Can you freak bitch?
Also, crucially, Scheana cannot sing.
Cannot sing. Cannot sing.
Scheana cannot sing. But this makes me like her even more from the start because I'm like, I love a delusional bitch who like is so bad at singing, but she's like, and everyone has to listen to me.
It's giving,
and I'm gonna do a show for all of you.
It's giving like my cousin's little son, who's 6 years old, at Christmas, multiple times stopped the entire 50-person party to be like, I have a song,
right?
And then started singing Jingle Bells and didn't know the words. So then when he forgot the words, he would just raise his arms like, Everybody now, join in
now.
And that is like Scheana, but she is 27.
It's incredible.
And it's awesome.
Can you freak, bitch?
And I was thinking about this. I was dissecting the lyrics of Can You Freak Bitch, which, by the way, basically the lyrics are purely Can You Freak Bitch.
I don't know that I've ever heard the verses to Can You Freak Bitch.
I don't actually know if there are verses to Can You Freak Bitch.
Can You Freak Bitch.
But I just want to point out that I do believe that she is ahead of her time, because only recently did a song come out that was Need Somebody Who Can Match My Freak. And is that not
true?
Is that not a reworking of the question, Can you freak bitch?
So true. Where is this song? Like, does it not exist?
Did it even ever get produced?
Wait, it's called What I Like?
It's not called Freak Bitch?
I guess it's called What I Like and not Can You Freak Bitch.
Okay.
What I need, what I want, what to say. Everything that you got, turn me on, turn me up. Get to me, I like it when it's hot. Make me feel the need, that's what I want. Bring me to my knees. That's how I like it. I want you to see I can't feed this appetite without your love. 'Cause you got what I like. You got me going out of my mind. I'm not myself tonight. Tonight I'm like the girl I want to be. 'Cause you got what I like. You got me going out of my mind. I'm not myself tonight. Tonight I'm the girl I want to be. Can you freak, bitch? The girl I want to be. That's what I like. Can you freak, bitch?
Shakespearean.
It's pretty incredible.
Profound.
And she really believes that this is going to be like this is her Just Dance.
Yes. It is an incredible musical number that she is, determined that she's like, this is going to be my big break, is Can You Freak Bitch? And again, I think that there is something really, there's just something really raw and real about
it's so vulnerable.
It's so vulnerable. It's so vulnerable, and it's so Scheana Shay to be like, this is the girl that I am. Can you be a freak with me? Again, It all boils down to, is somebody going to match my freak? Scheana Shay happened to just ask that question in 2012.
And it's an important question.
It is.
Can you freak, bitch?
Well, and I was thinking about this as I was sitting there watching the episode. I was like, can I freak, bitch? I think,
Listen, did you take a look at these dresses?
Have you looked at the dresses?
Come on now. Have you considered if we could freak, bitch?
I think perhaps we could freak, bitch.
Ooh, yeah. Actually, I don't think I can do that.
Yeah, that might be a little too.
It's like,
I can probably do
it's
it.
like
It's fine.
a rock and a pillowcase.
Yeah.
That's what that just gave. Holy shit. Okay. Blur that. Hey, blur that.
Okay, we're going to blur that. We are going to blur that. Absolutely. Okay, so Scheana goes to the studio. Can you freak, bitch? While Scheana is in the studio, while she's in the stew, the three meanies of Sir, Kristen, Katie, and Stassi.
The witches of WeHo.
The witches of WeHo, which comes back later. Remember that years from now.
Put a pin in that.
Put a pin in that. Are shit-talking Scheana in one of their horrible apartments. Stassi and Jax's horrible apartment.
Yeah.
One of the best things about this show is that for the first couple of seasons, when they don't have any money, their apartments are some of the worst things you've ever seen in your entire life. I want to just take a moment to pay homage to the horrible like beige carpets and the like vertical slatted blinds. It's so 2010s Los Angeles, and all of their apartments are awful. So a lot of the scenes in the early parts of this show are them like sitting around drinking like Sauvignon Blanc, like sitting on the floor in someone's apartment. And that is what is happening in this scene, is that Kristen, Katie, and Stassi are all talking shit about Scheana. And Stassi is saying, you know, there's something happening tonight. There's like an event happening tonight, but because Sheena's going, I'm not going to let Jax go. Because Stassi's whole thing is, I don't trust Scheana around my man because she's a home-wrecking whore. And how could any of us trust her?
Right.
Meanwhile, the premise, by the way, not saying that you know, Scheana gets off scot-free, whatever, but Scheana was in a relationship with a man who was maybe like at least 25 years her senior.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
right.
Sheena's the one who gets like
right.
branded as this, like, put a scarlet letter on her.
Right.
She's a villain. She's a whore. She's
they're
a
like,
harlot.
Stassi's mindset here is that he was a famous man.
Yeah.
That
so how
Scheana
did
was
she not
involved
know?
in with for years. And so it's like, you absolutely at some point Googled him. Stassi's like, the second I meet someone day one, I'm Googling them and I'm deep in the shit, which I
think it's
understand.
fair.
I think that's totally fair.
Yeah.
I think when Scheana was acting like she didn't know, I thought that was bullshit. But then when Scheana was like, he told me that they were separated.
Yeah.
That like they were not, that they were getting a divorce, that he was leaving her. I believe that Scheana believed that.
Yes.
And that she had fallen victim to the stories this man was telling her, who 100%. Is like famously a serial cheater, I believe.
The whole thing is so interesting to me because it's like when you have a relationship where someone so clearly has power over the other person, like this man had power over Scheana, like it's so obvious who the victim of the relationship is. And the idea again that like Scheana is the one who was the mastermind behind this entire affair is laughable to me. Absolutely laughable.
Totally.
But in Stassi's mind, it is grounds for trying to get her to quit.
Totally.
Sir.
Yeah. And I think the additional context for Stassi that does make me still feel for her is that it's revealed that her last two boyfriends both cheated on her.
Yes.
So Stassi clearly has a soft spot with infidelity, and she's watching Scheana, who she has just decided she doesn't like. She's also 23.
Yep.
So I'm like, that makes sense to me. That is how 23-year-olds act when they see someone that triggers some part of them in some way. Like that, I understand that Stassi's not having this moment of critical reflection where she's like, actually, maybe Scheana was the victim here.
Yes.
Like Stassi doesn't care. Stassi's like, I have been cheated on before, and therefore now you are just in the position of like the other woman that has hurt me before. It feels personal to her.
Yes. And given Jax's reputation.
Totally, which is...
I would probably be stressed too.
Right. And so Katie and Kristen, while Stassi's shitting on Scheana, are kind of defending Scheana. And they're like, okay, like, lighten up, Stassi. Like, she hasn't done anything to you. And it's like trying to convince Stassi to give Scheana a chance.
Yes.
While this is happening, Jax walks in. He's getting ready to go to Sur. And he makes some joke about how he needs to go to work so that he can help buy Stassi bags.
Right.
Which is funny because Jax is a klepto.
Yeah.
He steals everything.
Yes.
Which you learn about him later on.
Yes.
But going back and rewatching it, knowing that he steals everything and he's like, gotta go to work to make money for Stassi's bags. Brother, you are not buying anything.
No.
Okay? You are pocketing that shit and walking out of the store. What are we talking about?
100%.
And then the other thing I noticed watching it back this time is when he leaves, he says love you to Stassi and kisses her. And then Kristen responds and says, I love you.
Yeah.
Which is fascinating.
Very fascinating.
Because, spoiler.
Yeah.
Jax and Kristen end up hooking up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like.
It's a really fascinating moment there. Yeah. And
you get a little sneak preview into what is probably already brewing behind the scenes.
Yes. And there's something interesting, I think, about Kristen and Jax's relationship that we'll obviously get more into later. But there is kind of a weird... There's some strange, almost like twin flame-esque karmic thing going on with the two of them that I find really fascinating that continues to develop as the seasons go on.
Yeah.
But yes, Jax heads off to Sir. The three girls, basically Stassi's like, I hate Scheana. Kristen, Katie are like, okay. They're like, Kristen more than Katie, I think. Like, Katie is much more deferential, I think, in the earlier seasons. Kristen is a little bit more like, hey, give her a chance. Yeah. Like, you know, whatever. And Katie's just like, yeah, whatever. I don't know. I wouldn't trust her if she was around my man, blah, blah, blah. Anyway.
Flash forward, they're having a conversation. Lisa Vanderpump is at her house talking to like the other co-owners of Sur, and they're just like discussing the employees and some of the recent drama, and they start talking about how Stassi told one of the managers, Paolo, that he needed to get his dick sucked because he wouldn't let her have a free drink at the end of her shift.
Right.
Which is amazing.
Which is incredible. The things that comes out of Stassi's mouth.
She just like is so unafraid of consequence.
Most of them are. Yeah, her brain is amazing because the way that she chooses to speak to people it's like if someone spoke to me like that, totally. I think I would be truly like sitting in shock for like weeks.
She's like Shakespeare in many ways.
Yeah, she really is.
She has a way with words.
Yes. It's so interesting because it's also so clear as you're watching like how much of a performance it is.
Yeah.
And how little she actually thinks of herself, which is what makes her kind of again like I feel bad for her sometimes.
Yeah.
But especially in the early seasons, she is just like so cruel, so quick to lash out. And I guess they just let it slide because she's like hot and has big tits.
Yeah.
What a world.
There it is.
And what a world.
There it is.
Good for her.
So everyone's getting ready to go to Sur. Jax is going to his shift at Sur. Meanwhile, Tom and Kristen are getting ready to go to Sur. Mm-hmm. Tom is doing all of his hairspray. Mm-hmm. He can't find the right one, so he has to borrow Kristen's hairspray.
And when it has stylable in the description, it's crap.
Yeah. Crap,
which is what he says to Kristen.
So you know he's getting all done up for his shift. Scheana is also preparing at an elixir bar, which I don't know what the hell that was or what they were served.
Really confusing scene. It's Scheana and then another Sir, or is she just at Villa Blanca at this point, Tina?
Maybe, yeah.
It's another like Vanderpump restaurant server, Tina. And Scheana is giving Tina the lowdown of what it's like working at Sur. And Tina's like, yeah, those girls are mean. They're really mean. So good luck, basically. Yeah. And they are inexplicably at an elixir bar at like 4
but
p.m.
What is that? Like, I couldn't even tell what they were doing.
And they were the only two people there.
Nobody else in this place. And this woman's like, what is she doing?
Right.
She's just putting like drops of lavender in soda water and being like, and you're going to be very relaxed and zen.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't tell what was happening.
I had no idea what like the premise of that was at all.
Unbelievable. She's getting ready for her Power Rangers callback.
Yeah.
Which I would have loved if Scheana Shay was a Power Ranger.
Oh my God, that would have been
you imagine?
So incredible. She would have 8 down.
And that casting director made a big mistake.
Yeah, huge. Huge
mistake not casting Scheana.
Our girl.
So then everyone's at their Sur shift. Mm-hmm. And can I just say, the drapery on the chairs in Sur makes it look like a haunted house.
Yeah.
Like, it makes it look like someone died there.
Yeah.
And they just had to cover up all the furniture. It's
yeah.
like, you remember that episode of Sweet Life of Zach and Cody where there was that one hotel room that nobody could go in because it was haunted?
Yeah.
And all of the furniture in there had like it looks like Sur.
Totally.
I'm not sure why that choice was made.
Sur to me, and I think Lisa Vanderpump's style to me reminds me of a lot of the like, it's like the really wealthy kid in your class growing up. You go over to their house, and even as a kid, you're like, I know that this style isn't quite right.
Something's off here.
Something is not really adding up. Like there's a lot of like crystal statues of like swans, you know, or like these very like gaudy like filigree whatever on like door handles and things like that. And even as a kid, you're like, this feels a little gauche.
Right.
I know that you have a lot of money, but it feels a bit
Right.
gauche. That is the way that I describe Lisa Vanderpump's style. Is she will see the most heinous, most massive, like steampunk clock and be like, it's incredible. You're a genius. The maestro who makes this is amazing. And you're like, Lisa, your style and your taste is absolutely incomprehensible, girl. I do not understand what's going on in that little head of yours.
It's so true.
Because it's also not British.
No.
Her style is like gregarious and loud and if anything, very American. Like it's a very American way of like displaying wealth.
Yeah.
So I'm like, where does that come from?
I know.
I'm so curious. And Sir is such a specific element of it too, because it's like, again, it's supposed to be this like sexy, and so like there are elements that kind of skew like Moroccan, but then it's also like drapery on chairs.
Totally.
And then there are like twinkle lights over here.
Right.
And you're like, what are you going for?
I know. It's a little unexplainable at times.
Truly. So much foliage.
So much foliage.
And everyone's there. Everyone is there nude and hammered.
Literally. It's like the Garden of Eden.
Yeah.
Like that is Sir.
It's evil. It's Wario Garden of Eden.
Yeah, completely.
Yeah.
So Stassi's like hazing Scheana.
Yes.
And she's getting her to polish glasses.
Yes.
And Lisa sees it happening and is like, girl, you got to stand up for yourself.
Yeah.
But like Lisa herself does nothing.
Yeah, she doesn't do anything. All she
Lisa's
says
just
is
like-
she's like, and who's your boss here? And Sheena's like, you are? And she's like, and who made you polish the glasses? And she's like, Stassi. And Lisa's like, And then just like keep sitting there. It's like, you're the owner. Do something. It's like when Democrats tweet out, they're like, someone should really do something about this. And it's like, you should be doing something about this. You're the person in charge.
It's so good.
You help.
Meanwhile, Sheena's just like continuing to polish the glasses.
Yeah. Which I don't even know if she's polished. She's just like basically running a napkin over it.
Right. What are we doing?
Yeah. So Stassi is hazing Scheana. Everyone's kind of basically like letting it happen.
Yep.
It cuts away at one point to Stassi saying, I don't remember if this is all in the same like scene, but I think it is, where Stassi says like, I have made girls quit Sir before.
Yeah.
Because of how mean I've been to them. And she's saying
She's proud of it.
Very proud. She's like,
and what about it?
Yeah.
Don't cross me.
I made them quit. I made them cry and then I made them quit.
She's incredible.
She's genuinely insane.
But like at second watch, I do like Stassi a lot more than I did the first time around. Sheena's still my favorite because I ultimately, at the end of the day, I'm always going to root for the delusional underdog who can't sing but really thinks that she can. Like there's something so charming to that about her to me.
And that really all she ever wanted with this group is just for them to like her.
And honestly, like it does. It's like painful to watch, and also it touches some part of me.
It really, I wrote this down in my notes while I was watching it because I was like, there is something that I feel so strongly empathetic towards Scheana about, where it's like, you know that these girls are not fucking with you, and it just makes you try that much harder to get them to like you. And I'm like, we have all been there and all experienced that thing of like girls being mean to you and just like snickering to the side and like laughing about they're laughing about you. And you're like, how can I get them to like me? And just anything that you do, they just don't fuck with. It's so heartbreaking to watch.
Yeah, it truly is. But it is so interesting knowing that Scheana is like 27 and Stassi is 23.
Yeah.
I can't imagine, like, we're 28, 29. I can't imagine us being in a job situation and a 23-year-old coworker is being rude to us that we would have any reaction to that whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like I can fathom, I think when I'm watching this and I'm assuming that they're all a similar age, I have a different reaction, or like I can relate to it, but from a version of life that I haven't had access to since I was a teenager.
Yeah.
There's something strange about watching people in their 20s have this conflict.
Mm-hmm.
And for Scheana to be 5 years older
Yeah.
than Stassi.
Yeah.
And being like, well, what can I do? A 23-year-old is bullying me.
I think that's also the nature of working in the service industry.
Yeah.
Of being surrounded by people that you wouldn't normally be surrounded by. And you're like, for whatever reason, this 23-year-old is like on my neck.
Right.
and I just have to like fucking deal with
Like,
it,
this
I
is
guess.
what it is now.
And I guess that this is that.
I love that Stassi's not even a manager and it's just like, well, I guess I have to listen to her.
Right. And it's like, you don't. You can just walk away.
Like Stassi has just positioned herself as an authority figure for no reason.
Yeah. And Scheana can fully ignore her, but she chooses not
Yeah.
to. She chooses to kind of play this weird little game that Stassi is establishing by being like, okay, yeah, I guess I will go polish the glasses,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. But it's like, yeah, she doesn't have to listen to Stassi at all.
Yeah.
But
Here we are.
here we are.
So then Scheana ends up pulling Stassi outside into Sir Alley.
And we have our first Sir Alley fight.
Yeah. Pretty awesome.
It's epic.
Many more to come.
Mm-hmm. My God.
And this conversation is basically just that Stassi is accusing Scheana of selling the affair story to a magazine.
Yes.
And just yelling at her for the affair. And Sheena's like, I didn't know. He claimed to be separated. And Stassi's saying the whole thing like, you have access to Google.
Yeah.
Like, what's all this? And
Which
just
is like, there's validity to that.
Yeah.
Certainly.
going at each other
Yeah.
because of this much older man who is ultimately the evil one.
Yes. It's kind of a running theme in this show
Yes.
is that ultimately the man is the evil one,
Ultimately,
but the
yes.
women will be fighting with each other about it.
Mhm. Yeah.
And it really doesn't resolve anything,
No.
that fight. I think they basically
It
just
just-
leave it essentially
I'm not
being
going to like you. You're not going to like me.
Yeah. So it's pretty much established that towards the end that Stassi's just like, I don't fuck with Scheana. And Scheana kind of towards the end of the episode does have a little bit more of like a, okay, then I'm not going to fuck with you type vibe.
Yeah.
That tends to fade. That'll fade pretty fast.
Yeah.
She does want to fuck with everyone. She wants everyone to be her friend so badly. And I believe it's like either the next day or a couple days later, the three couples, so Jackson Stassi, Tom Sandoval and Kristen Doty and Tom Schwartz and Katie are all at brunch and they're kind of recapping the Stassi Scheana beef. And that they're all kind of saying a little bit like, Stassi, you're being a little too mean to Scheana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And going at her for it. But then the conversation kind of morphs into a fight about Stassi and Jax and their relationship, where we learn a little bit more about their dynamic. And Jax starts making fun of how much Stassi's drinking at brunch. And Stassi barks back at him and is like, well, I make it home at night and I take care of the dog, so I can do whatever I want.
Yeah.
Which, again, 23 and 33.
33.
Crazy conversation.
Woof. Woof.
Also,
dude.
this is like around the time of the Charlie Sheen winning
Yes.
thing. So Stassi, this whole conversation is like, booyah, winning.
Yes.
Which is like such a crazy time warp.
Really
back.
hard to watch. It's a really hard moment to watch where you're like, whoa.
I remember that though.
And I remember people thinking that they were really funny for saying it.
Right. So while she's fighting with her boyfriend in front of these two other couples, she's inserting a bunch of booyah, winning.
And at one point, Jax is like, what is with booyah? Why do you keep saying booyah?
Yeah, because he has a boomer moment.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know what this is.
He's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
He starts booming out over booyah winning.
Oh my God. Yeah. So they're having this fight, and Jax says something to the effect of, I slept on the couch last night, and like, yeah, it was my choice to sleep on the couch last night. Like, what am I gonna do? Get in bed with the devil? And Stassi says,
I am the devil, and don't you forget it. But when Jax is like, what am I gonna do? Get in bed with the devil? And everyone's like, oh, Jax,
yeah,
don't come on too far,
Too
man.
mean.
And Stassi just like locks in, like
Yeah.
her brain's like, and she comes to life in that moment. I am the devil, and don't you forget it.
Yeah.
The music comes in.
Yup.
And that's when you know that you've got gold on your hands.
I mean, good as gold.
Many have said that.
Many have said. And that is episode 1.
That is episode freaking 1.
Season 1 of Vanderpump Rules.
I can't even believe it.
I can't believe that we're here, that we are getting into this.
These are, in very many ways, the best days of our lives.
I would say. I think also I'm like, what was I just about to say?
And well, there it
Never
is.
mind. Okay, bye.
Also, can I just say, I feel like we need to acknowledge the absolute gold standard theme song that we produced for this show.
Yeah, huge shout out to Really Blonde,
Mm-hmm.
who produced our photo shoot, our music video, our the title sequence.
Mm-hmm.
It
Iconic.
came together in the most iconic way.
Yeah.
And we are so delighted.
So deeply grateful.
And we're so excited for the various to all of our audio listeners, we love and adore you. And we certainly have some visual gags up our sleeves for the coming episodes.
Yeah.
So
we love a bit.
We love a bit. If you've been watching visually, you'll see that we are, in fact, in Sur.
Yeah. We're in front of blue screens right now.
Mm-hmm. And there's more to come.
So much more to come.
So much more.
We're not holding back, okay?
No.
We're here to be, like, I'm truly ready to milk Vanderpump Rules for all that it's worth.
And I also think, I think as we keep doing this more and more, I'd be so curious to hear from the people who listen to us, what do they want us to really get into?
Totally.
Because there are things, obviously, that we want to, discuss. There are core moments of this show where we're like, let's dive into this. But are there things that you guys want to hear from us and hear our takes on? Because boy, do we have them.
Oh, boy, do we.
Yeah.
Boy, do we.
Mm-hmm.
We also have an Instagram and TikTok account for this show specifically for the PUMPCAST.
We do.
So if you'd like to go give us a follow, it's at PUMPCAST Rules on Instagram and TikTok.
Yes,
support the show over there. And we'll be here every Tuesday. See you next Tuesday, if you will.
See you next Tuesday. Wow, and I didn't even think about that until just now, that we're see you next Tuesdaying this podcast. That's so exciting.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah. Anything else to plug? You can follow us. I'm at Meg Rocco.
I'm at Maddie Drossbeck.
You can follow at Emotionally Online.
Very true. And with that, pump it louder.
Pump it louder. Pump it louder. Pump it louder.